do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Can't do the turn. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. Early. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. And one more flex from the Shia. Yeah. If you have no clue what I'm talking about here, why I'm doing that, I'm getting myself in the streaming mindset. Hey, my name's Jared Leary. I've been playing the drums for over 25 years now, but most of it's been rudimental and concert percussion and all that stuff, and only a wee bit on this thing. The drum kit. We're going to be playing this and just kind of sharing how I practice, and I'm working on limb independence. And yeah, just kind of having some fun this morning. Trying to get better. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to be using some of the free play-alongs that are on my website. Goodbye, Shia. And on my website, you'll find that there are 1,700 hours of free drumming content. Ton of rudimental stuff, ton of technique stuff. Over 700 grid variations, a bunch of content on here. Ooh, and even the Ghost Note shirt that I'm wearing right now. This one. You can find it in a bunch of different colors and whatnot. So I've even got the hoodie. It's super comfy. I love it. So if anyone's interested, you can get your own Ghost Note stuff. But I'm going to be working out of a book. The book that I'm going to be using is... I almost said Quad Logic. No, that's tomorrow. All right, so it's called 50 Ways to Syncopation, and you can actually find a link to this book if you go to the lessons section and just click on books I recommend, or if you're at the top of the screen, you can go to gear I use right here, or gear I use, and that'll take you to everything that I'm using, including what are my microphones, what are the cameras, that stuff, etc. But if you click on percussion, you can jump straight to it and be like, okay, well, what sticks does Jared use when playing drum kit? What kind of books? So this is the book that I'm using. All of these, well, the majority of these links are affiliate links, and so I get, like, some money from it, but no extra cost to you. So I do appreciate the people who have used the links. It sincerely does help me out. Considering I quit my job to create content that's free. Cool. These are the 6 I'm using, and yeah. Let's actually get into playing. So we're going back here. And we're going to be doing some limb independence variations. And I've got Dom's book written out, Dom Moyle, on here on this chart. So I'm going to warm up. And I don't know, I think I'm kind of feeling a Baião. Bang. So Baião pattern is with the feet. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Not 3. While you play, and then you read the pattern with the left hand on the snare drum. All right, so I just need to find it. Where's the Baião? Okay, so this one. 180, musical and fun. All right, cool. Let's do it. So if we scroll down to the charts, the straight charts, we're going to go to 185. Let's try that to warm up with. Might be too fast. With all the free play-alongs that are on my YouTube channel, if you go into the timestamps in the description, you can jump straight to a BPM. Now, there is a play-along for this, but you won't hear it because I've got it muted because there's like a slight timing delay. So I'll try and count it off. 1, 2, ready, and... Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. So I screwed up because I started thinking about how my left foot is sliding. 1, 2, a 1, 2, here we go. So there's 5 charts on this particular video. We're gonna go through all 5 of them. 1, 2, here we go. Ah. Okay. 1, 2, here we go. Definitely need this warm-up. More for my brain than my hands right now. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Nice-ish. Okay, let's pull this up. So, this is helpful for me to be able to keep track of how did I do last time I played through this, so that way I can kind of take a look. So this, it was pretty meh. I think it was more mental than it was, like, physical. It was kind of pushing my limits. And... I'm just giving myself a little thought, a little note for myself, so that way I know, okay, well, it wasn't that good of a rep, so maybe slow it down, but it may have just been mental because I'm warming up. All right, let's adjust this. Trying to move the weight so that way my hi-hat doesn't slide. But our old place had carpet, so it like didn't go anywhere. But now that we've got these floors, laminate plank, just like flies around everywhere. No good. All right. Still not great, but in a better position at least. Sweet. Let's do this. We're going to stretch and massage now. Okay, so first thing I like to do, hold my sticks like this. Pull them up. And then you pull in. Woo-wee! Actually, let me do that slower for you, just in case you're trying to follow along. So again, pull them up. You pull in. You follow through. And you kind of get this weird twisty part, and when you push out, oh yeah, you'll feel a good stretch. And if you don't, it's a money back guarantee. All right, and you go back out the way you came. If you do traditional, rotate and hold at the edge, and then rotate to the other extreme and hold it there for a wee bit, but I don't play traditional anymore, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, now, I'm gonna stretch the underside of the tendons. So you could do this on the drum. You could do it on the wall. Lower you go, the deeper the stretch. I demonstrated that yesterday. I'm just gonna go ahead and do one at a time. Take my time with it. Bum, 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 bum. And then we go to the other side. And then we go over here. So now I'm going to stretch to the top side. And you can do this on the wall. If you go the higher up, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do this on your legs or on your drum. Or even one at a time. I'm going to do it 2 at a time on the legs. It's just an easy stretch. Need to work on my foot some more today. Do that rebound. But we'll get there. Okay. That actually reminds me. Stay tuned. You're gonna find out what I'm thinking in like 3 minutes. So now I'm doing thumb to thumb. So I'm just stretching 2 at a time. You could do 1 at a time like this. It just takes longer. I'm all about being efficient with my movement, with everything. Like you'll notice with my drum kit setup that I'm trying to keep things close. The reason for that is because I'm trying to be efficient with my motion. Ideally, I'd have this even closer. Like if I could move it more right here and like the cymbal over more, this would make it so that I'd have the smallest amount of motion possible, which means I could play faster and with less energy expended on moving around the drums. So if I could have it like all tight, like a tenor drum setup, like quads, that would be phenomenal. So the way that you set up your drums is going to have a big impact. So I see a lot of people who want like that flash when they're playing, so they'll have their drum kits like with the cymbals really high up in the air and their toms like way out here, so they're having to reach and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, that might look fun and look more entertaining, but it's just going to slow you down in the long run. So I like to keep it tight. To each their own, though. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Ma-ma-na-ma-da-dum. It's kind of holding however long I feel like I need to. Ding, 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 ding. Now that we've stretched, now I'm going to massage. So I'm doing thumb on top of the hand. You can see that. And the fingers are going to go underneath. Hey to you. What's the MC stand for? Master of Ceremonies? I am doing good. Is this going to be one of those, hey, do you need emotes? Because no, I don't. All right. So just trying to massage along the forearm. Just get everything nice and relaxed. Let me switch to the other side. I'm glad to be doing good. It's going good. I'm just practicing. Trying to get better at this whole drum kit thing. Now, when you're massaging and stretching and whatnot, depending on what you do like the day before or the morning of, etc., you might need to massage like the triceps, the biceps, depending on how things are going. You may even need to massage your shoulders, do some like shoulder rolls and shrugs and whatnot, just to loosen everything up. Depends on your day. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage the palm with the thumb, and then the fingers are going to massage the backside of the hand. So that will help loosen things up. I do stream daily. Again, if this is going to be one of those, do you need emotes? Do you need custom? No. I don't. But thanks. Oh, yeah, it's tight right here. It's like the base of the thumb. Always needs to be relaxed. Then I'm also tight right up here as well. Up and there. I think it's from the ring work that I was working on. Got gymnastic rings. They're fun, but I swear it's like, maybe I need to adjust my technique or something. I'm messing with my hands. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage from the base to the tip of the fingers a couple of times as I go through each one of them. Depending on how my fingers are feeling, I might do it just 2 times, might do it 3, 4. We'll see. Every day is different. Okay, so in a moment, I'm going to answer a question that I got on the tube of you. And yeah, so we're going to talk about Buddy Rich. Alright, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to get back into the limb independent stuff now that we've stretched, massaged, loosened everything up. And so we're going to drum some more. But this time, let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. Scroll. Nope. Scroll. Nope. Okay. I had to translate this. Looks like it's Chinese. So I responded in Japanese because that's all I know. And only a little bit. But supposedly it says that they like my content or something like that. But anyways. Okay, so here's a comment that I got. And thank you. I really appreciate the kind words at the front part. But the question is, I need work on the famous Buddy Rich long single stroke roll. I know how Buddy would start slow and increase to a blur. Talk me through this Buddy Rich single stroke roll dazzling exhibition. Please dedicate this to the boomer. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so if you want to work on your single speed, some of the ways that some people do it on drum set or drum kit is they will use a molar technique. So a molar technique is going to involve kind of like a whipping motion with your hands. So when you're doing this, instead of doing all wrist or using all finger where the wrist doesn't move at all, what you'll end up doing is a little bit of a whip right here. So you might have seen in like drummers like Jim Chapin, Joe Morello, Buddy Rich, etc., that when they do a lot of single stuff, they're going to be doing like a little bit of a pulse in their strokes. So often you'll see like triplets. So you see like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And while they're doing this, you'll notice that they kind of move almost from the elbow, and it kind of follows through with the hands. So if they're playing on a hi-hat, and I'm trying to find a spot where you can actually see it without the... Okay, this works. I'll just do it at an angle. So you'll see the wrist moving like this. So as they go faster and faster, they're using 1, 2, 3, kind of like this dragging motion where they're pulling up while doing the strokes. This will change the sound quality of it, but when they're doing this, it allows them to play really fast single strokes if you combine it with the fingers in particular, etc. Okay, so Buddy Rich is doing that with his right hand often, and also will do like with the left hand. It kind of has this outward motion where you're again pulling up and going 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're putting a little emphasis on it. It's not going to be like full accent taps like this, but you're gonna be doing some kind of a pulse in there with the molar stroke. A little bit, whether you're doing traditional or match grip or whatever. So that is how many of the drummers you'll see will be doing motions when moving around the drums, is they'll have that little bit of a molar whip when doing what they're doing. What does that sound? I don't know what is going on down there, but yeah, sounds weird. You probably can't hear it. It sounds like somebody's using like a power tool outside. No clue. Okay. Now, another thing that people often do is they'll do a push-pull. So it's kind of like an open-closed. And so you'll kind of like catch and release, where your fingers will open up and you'll kind of do open finger, use your wrist, open finger, use your wrist. So, and closing your fingers, etc. This is going to require more rebound. So it's a little bit harder to do sometimes on cymbals, depending on like how your cymbals rebound or the type of heads you have, how loose they are, how tight they are, etc. If you want to see a really good explanation of that, I'd really recommend checking out. Oh wow, how am I forgetting his name? Drummer for Verve. Dang, he's so good. Why is his name escaping me? Jojo Mayer. How could I forget Jojo Mayer? Wow. So Jojo has like an entire, I think a couple of DVD series that kind of like unpack this, but he talks specifically about how you can use push-pull. And then he also talks about how you can use kind of like a unique approach with your foot. So I was working on this on the last drum kit stream, where you kind of like slide forward with the heel and then you move up with the pad of your foot. So you can do like single strokes and double strokes with your foot. So it's a phenomenal DVD series and whatnot that I do recommend. Okay, so hopefully that helps with like figuring out the motion of it. But now I want to show you how you can actually practice it. So let's go back here. So if you want an exercise that can help you with practicing this, if you go into like my website that's got 1,700 hours of free drumming content, one of the ones that I recommend under the technique section is called Rebound. So this is a phenomenal way that you can actually practice doing your single strokes. So it's just going to start off with quarter notes, and you can do this as double strokes, and then goes into quarter note triplets, and then eighth notes, and then triplets, and then 16, etc. Now, it's going to do that for 2 times for every single time you're doing this. And so this is a great way that you can work on speeding up your singles if you're doing this as double strokes, because again, this will help prepare you for just separate the hands. Etc. So that is the technique that I'd recommend, and that's an exercise that I'd recommend for doing this. And again, you can always just like go with any one of these, go to the timestamps in the description and speed it up or slow it down to however fast or slow you want. So this can go all the way up to 200. And if you're doing that as double strokes, like then that would be absurd. So you should be able to get a lot done with that. So hopefully that helps you out, but that was a great question. And if you have more questions, feel free to like ask them again in this stream or in another stream. Just kind of like following on like, hey, could you elaborate on this? Or could you better explain this? Or, hey, I couldn't really see the camera angle that well. I know the drum kit angle is the camera's a little bit further back than it normally is. So hopefully that at least helps. Good morning, doggo. Anyways, let's go back here. So we're going to now do some more limb independent charts with some different variations. So we just did this one. So let's do a different one. Just kind of reading through it. Snare plays the line, bass and hi-hat, fills and alternating triplets. Yeah, no. I think rather than working on a new one this morning, I think I'm going to just kind of play through some ones that I'm like moderately comfortable with so I can continue to practice it. Like the Samba ones I'm not doing so hot at. Okay, so that one was musical, but what about this one? Technically proficient, did it at 161. Let's try it at 160. So what I'm going to do is Samba feet. I'm going to read the pattern on the right, and so I might do like short notes on the right cymbal, and then like the long notes on the bell. And then the left hand is going to fill in with ghost notes. So if I'm doing like quarter notes, and then eighth, okay, so I'm going to intentionally try and keep these low. The EAD10, which is the drum module that I'm using, the trigger, is the Yamaha triggers, but the drum module, which is off camera right over here, the EAD10 doesn't always pick up some of the ghost notes if they're too quiet. So if you don't hear some of the notes, I'm trying. All right, let's see. So that was 160. Since I just did charts 1 through 5, let's do 160 right here. And you could go into the timestamps, or if you just press 0, it just takes you straight to the beginning, which starts at 160 for this one. Pro tip. I started doing the Baião. No, that's what I was just doing. Don't do that again. A 1, a 2, a ready, and... Alright, that felt comfortable. One, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Looks like Streamlabs hasn't crashed yet. Alright. Almost 30 minutes into the stream. 1, 2, ready, and... Oops. That was all just reading airs. That one's a weird pattern, if I do say so myself, as a person who wrote all these. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Yeah, so this is much more musical, which is great. That's what we want. I feel like the play along's a little loud. so it was mostly musical. I'm going to put it as technically proficient. It got meh when I screwed up reading, and then at the end, that was just me screwing up the pattern. I started paying attention to other things. Wah, wah. I had fun with it. Just making progress on it. Let's go with fun. We'll put it at mental. So it's mental mistakes, not coordination. It's just me being a little tired, apparently. All right, let's do another one. Let's see. Short notes, long note on bass and halftime. What was this one? Too fast and too tired. Okay, so this one. Okay, so short notes on the snare, long notes on the bass drum, and adjust that. Doing double time swing with the ride and the snare drum. Sliding. All right, so 120A. So we're gonna do straight charts again. I'm going to do charts. Oops, you can't see that. I'm going to do charts 1 through 5. Boom, 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 boom. And we go here. And we go here. And here we go. Two, ready, and we'll see how this is. If it's bad, we'll break it down or move on to another one. Come back to it another day. 1, 2, here we go. Alright. Success. One, two, 1, 2, here we go. Nice. So I'm able to focus on the musicality a little bit more, the dynamics, and if I was playing on an acoustic kit, I could focus on the texture, so that's good. I'm not just focusing on the coordination. My hi-hat switched over to the downbeats instead of the offbeats. Whoopsies. Cut. A one, a two, a 1, 2. Here we go. Did it again. My left foot's getting tired. It's almost like I need to drum more. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Yikes, my left foot got tired. So it was mostly musical until I continued to just get tired, and then I got on the downbeats, so I was playing instead of that, so whoops. I had fun, but it was also kind of pushing my limits a little bit. Left foot got tired. Needs work. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. But, yeah, my left foot just got tired and slowed down a little bit. That's okay. Stuff to work on. I love how these drum triggers can't pick up all the little subtleties. So I'm trying to do just tap 5s. And it's not able to do it, but oh well. My neighbors are happy that they can't hear. What's this one? Philly Joe Way. I don't remember. Have I done this one? It was meh. Swung cymbal. Hi-hats on tune 4 and double time. Play the line a straight short. Okay, so that's very similar to what I just did, so I don't want to do the same thing. I'm going to skip that. Let's do another one. Down. I could do the V pattern one. That didn't go too good last time I did it. Just testing out gravity. You got to do it. Sometimes it just turns off. Batteries run low. Okay, so it was just mid last time at 120. So let's do 110. Okay, so what am I doing here? So the left hand's gonna play E-uh. Super exciting, right? Okay, the right hand is going to play, except you're going to make a V pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You use the Julie Spencer technique, which is a mallet technique that you can adapt for multi-percussion or drum kit. Ah! Okay, my hi-hat keeps sliding away from me. It's like, whee! Stop that. So this is a fun one to use. If I can move this. Okay. Alright, so making adjustments on here, but I need to widen the base of this ride. And I just rotated it. So that way the stand would have some more support for it. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't hit the floor tom. Little bit. All right, I know, not super exciting to watch on stream, but that's okay. Should probably actually explain the setup a little bit more. So the way I like to have my drum kit set up is to try and keep things as tight as possible. So in terms of like how much distance I need to move, I want it to be the smallest amount of motion. So that way when I'm playing, I'm being able to conserve my energy and be able to play faster. So I try and set this up kind of like tenors in terms of being able to just like quickly be able to switch between the different drums and whatnot. So when I'm doing this, I don't have my cymbals up really high, which I know a lot of, especially like metal drummers like to do. And I don't have my toms spread out really far, like Buddy Rich used to do, where when he'd be playing, he'd have like this huge motions going from like his floor tom to his snare, because it was like halfway across the room, it felt like. So for myself, I'm trying to keep things just as tight as possible so I can just like play as quickly as possible with the least amount of energy. So when you're ever setting up, whenever you're setting up a drum kit, just like think about the distance that you have between everything and like what kind of motion you're able to get on the kit. How much up and down are you having to do, and how much side to side or front to back? If you're not having to do much, like you have a minimum amount of motion, that's going to make it so you can conserve your energy, be able to play longer, and be able to play faster and likely with more power than if you are like swinging all around, up and down, front and back, left and right, etc. So to each their own, but that is my approach and philosophy for this. So when I'm doing this, what I want to try and do for this pattern that I'm about to do is so I'm doing a V pattern, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you can use Julie Spencer, flip your wrist upside down, or keep your wrist facing the same direction. I'm going to do that while reading through the patterns on the bass drum. Etc. Okay? So let's go back here, and I did this at 120. So let's try 115, because 120 did not go too good last time I did it. It was just kind of meh. So we'll slow it down a little bit. Humble ourselves. Two, ready, and... One, two, here we go. This was kind of a mind challenge. I was thinking of a not family-friendly term. This is challenging, especially when I'm trying to talk. Because the patterns don't go with the meter. It kind of goes over the bar. I intentionally wrote it that way to make it a little bit more fluid. More horizontal than vertical. 1, 2, ready, and... Whoopsie. Now another way you can do this is just the right hand. So just take off the left. Again, just doing a V pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Minnie's, my dog, is looking at me like, what was that? That wasn't good. 1, 2, here we go. Judgmental dog. Alright, last chart. And then I'm gonna work on rebound again with my foot instead of improvising. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Oops. Read it wrong. Whoopsies. Nice. All right. So that was one. Nope, that was not 215. That was 115. And it was technically proficient throughout. I have fun with it. It was good. Don't drop sticks. Oh, that's good advice for myself. All right, cool. So we finished through this. What I want to do now... Okay, so I did rebound cannon, and the way that I was doing this exercise was I was playing... I'll show this camera angle. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm trying to use the Jojo Mayer. Remembered his name this time. So sorry, Jojo. You are a beast at drumming. You do heel. And then as you're lifting up, you're pushing down with the pad of your foot, the ball. So boom, boom. Okay, so that's how you do the double stroke. The stick drops are optional. Okay, so I'm going to do... etc. Obviously... You can tell. That's why I need to work on it. Fun? Why does it say fun right here? Okay. So let's start at 120. That sounds good. So if we go back here, rebound cannon you can find under the technique section like I just mentioned, but you can also find it here under the limb independence, permutations, and exercises, which these are super helpful. Check out the summary. I'm going to turn this into a video, but... That's how I develop my limb independence, or at least attempt to. Because again, I am not yet great at drum kit, but we're working on it, baby. All right, let's go to 120. And full screen. It's upside down. Well, these sticks are turning into vampire steaks. Ready, and... Not getting that second note. Okay, let's jump up to 125. Here we go. This is the grind, baby. 2, ready, and... Oops. So when I'm trying this, I'm trying to get the smallest amount of motion with my foot, so that way when I'm doing this, I'm not like heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, but instead just like this, heel toe. So that's what I'm actively working on when practicing this. Trying to minimize the motion, because again, efficiency. I want to be able to play for a long period of time without getting tired because I'm using excessive motion. It's like if you do MMA. You don't want to, like, jump all around when you're fighting people. As somebody who did Muay Thai for quite a bit. Demon drives. Yeah. I love this pedal. It's great. You can't really see it too good, but yeah, it's way better than the chain one that I previously had. Yeah, Eliminator, Demon Drive. And you can actually find a link to that on the gear page if anyone's curious what we're talking about. But anyways, let's do this 130 Pele. Trying to get that double stroke with the foot. That sounded terrible. It sounded like the audio skipped, so that's why I like rewound it. Let's try it again. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Again, this is why we're practicing it, folks. All right, let's try 135. There's that like awkward gray area with my foot where it's like, what? This technique is too slow. Just that. Ready, and... Ew, rush. That foot, when I do it slow and I do just the heel, it like does a double tap sometimes. Maybe even triple. Thanks, Simon. Slowly getting better. I would not call myself a drum kit player, but one day I will. 1, 2, here we go. Starting to get tired. At least I'm giving my left foot a break. For whatever reason, just playing those double time swung off piece. It's really got it going. Give it a workout. 2, ready, and... Let's try that again. 2. Here we go. It was like dun dun dun. Alright, my foot is too tired. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go back to here. So we started at 120, and it was meh. It's getting better. We're making progress on it. I ended at 145. Nope, not 250. Still meh, and still making progress, but I had fun with it. Yeah, those 16th notes are rough, but they're fun. It's a good challenge. I really like this exercise. It's so versatile. Used it with drumline, like used it on tenors, using it on drum kit. Like there's so many cool things you can do with it. Which, if anyone wants to find this, in 1,700 hours of free drumming content. Link at the top of the screen, jaredoleary.com/drum. There's a new play along that's being added every single day. And if you're interested, you can get your own Ghost Note shirt right here. I've got a bunch of them because I like them. They're fun. But yeah, if anyone's interested, that's where you can find all the play-alongs and all that fun stuff. But if you go to /gear, you can find the pedal that Simon was talking about in the chat. So if you go to percussion, and then if you go to hardware, is this one, the Pearl Demon Drive, Eliminator Demon Drive. Look, that's the one I'm using. I love it. It's phenomenal, but I'm not good, so don't judge my playing by the pedal. And then the sticks I'm using are the Jack Dijonets. I can't speak, apparently. But I'm going to call it here. I will be on, not tonight. I normally do a Fortnite stream, but I got a meeting, so I won't be on. But if you go to /schedule, you can see when I'm streaming next and what I'm doing. So tomorrow I should be doing a tenor stream. If my internet loads. See, right here. Yep, perfect. That's great. Just what I wanted. Cool. Well, it won't load. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I appreciate everybody stopping by on the different platforms and the engagement on YouTube and on Kick. Oh, look, it loaded. Wow. 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and if you click on this, it'll show you what platforms I'm on. But the next drum kit stream should be on Friday, so that's the plan at least. But plans change. I'm going to call it good. I almost said good night, everyone. Well, if it's nighttime, good night. If it's afternoon, good afternoon. See you later. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.